Hello everyone, welcome back to TimingApple. I'm David Rohan. Joined with me is Ricky. I don't remember his last name.
Hi.
You can tell we're great friends.
Really great friends, man.
That's Dylan off camera. Brett,
up today.
Dylan's on the side of the camera. Brett's on camera. He's really wanting to flip me off. And we're here for part 3 of our E3 opinion discussion, telling you of news things. It's not really reporting the news because by now you probably already know all this shit. But we like to talk about it.
Why would you be listening to us?
We want to talk about it, and so that's what we're going to do. So, this time we're just going to do Sony, because basically at this point all that's left is Sony and Nintendo. So we're going to do Sony this time, and Nintendo will be our last video. So Sony, overall, it was okay, I guess. It wasn't the most exciting year that Sony has done, but it still has some surprises.
Yeah, I definitely had some surprises.
We're not that far in, Dylan.
Dylan, okay,
I'm behind the camera.
I'll get to Dylan's.
I am too.
Dylan's mad at me for saying that it's lackluster, despite this one.
Well, I mean, it kind of was compared to the other years.
Yeah, right. But it did have. It at least had a few big surprises.
Oh
Just
yeah.
Not as much.
It got a reaction out of both of us.
It did. Well, let's get to it. Okay, so they started off the show with another sort of. They sort of had problems at the beginning of the show actually with sound, where it was cutting in and out, and then like during a few of the early trailers, it didn't have sound at all. But they started out with another musical performance. This time it was more like sitar, yeah, and drums, based off of what they're going to be doing with the first game they're showing off, Uncharted: Lost Legacy, which we already knew about. It was revealed at I think it's called PSX.
PSX.
Yeah, it was revealed at PSX. It was supposed to be DLC for Uncharted 4, but they ended up just making it its own thing. It's still going to be shorter than a normal Uncharted game, I believe, but or at least they said that, but. It's going to be its own standalone thing. And they basically they gave some more story details on it, and they announced that it was coming out August 22nd. Now, to be fair, I'm not actually sure if they said that during the event, because at that time we thought that our sound was messing up with all of our HD connections. So we were kept trying to reconnect wires and stuff to see if that was working. Turns out it was the stream itself.
So, you know, we pretty much did that for nothing.
But we did look it up later to make sure, and they have said that it's coming out August 22nd, so that's cool. And the next thing they showed off was a DLC pack for Horizon Zero Dawn. What was it called? Do you remember what it's called?
Frozen...
Winters...
No, the Frozen Tribe? I thought it was the Frozen Tribe.
It had W in it somewhere.
The Frozen Wilds?
I don't know.
That was it. Frozen Wilds.
Frozen Wilds.
They're saying Frozen Wilds, so let's go with that. That was still at the time when we were trying to mess with their HD connection, so I wasn't able to get the title written down in time. But they are having a new DLC pack for Horizon Zero Dawn come out, so that's cool. Still need to get around to playing that.
Same here.
Dylan's played it, though.
It's a great game.
Yeah, Dylan liked it. And then they showed off Days Gone. They didn't really show anything that really made me change my opinion about the game, really. Just sort of, they just showed another trailer of, like, the main character trying to get around this mass of zombies. But this time he was also attacking another human settlement for some reason.
Trying to get his friends back.
Yeah, using zombies, which doesn't seem like the very smart idea because now all those zombies are everywhere.
I don't know, it seemed to
be
work
fair,
for him.
They seemed kind of everywhere anyway.
I know, but like...
Well, I'm just glad, like, the zombies they showed off in the first trailer, I thought they were going to kind of be like story zombies. Like, you know, a cinematic piece. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad to know that, yes, those zombies are going to be running around like that.
I kind of figured that even with what they showed off. They didn't actually demonstrate that with the first trailer they showed last year.
I just like the idea of weaponized zombies.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Zombie warfare?
Yeah, I don't know about that far, but I mean,
it kind of...
It's like the idea of using a zombie as a weapon to get rid of people.
And there's the ethereal voice of Dylan giving his
Hello!
But yeah, but they still didn't really give off too much more story details, so we still don't really know too much about what's going on, why there's zombies, why is he attacking these other humans, shouldn't he be preserving humans, but they did sort of the same thing in The Last of Us, so maybe there's a reason. And now we get to the 2 back-to-back really big announcements. This one, Dylan at least will probably say something. They announced Monster Hunter World.
Why would I not say anything about that?
Huh?
Why would I not say anything about that?
I don't know. Because
you seem to be kind of reticent about all of this so far.
Yeah. You can be quiet sometimes.
Some things need to be said. Some things don't.
So this is actually really special. We did not see this coming at all, especially since... what are you doing? I'm guessing that's the 5-minute mark. Is it the 5-minute mark?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Listen, Brett, might have never been at a solid minute mark.
But anyway, so we
Feelings
did not
right
see this
over
coming out. Monster Hunter has basically been on Nintendo platforms ever since Monster Hunter. What was it? What was the last one on PSP called, Brett? Do you remember?
Portable Third.
It was called Portable Third.
No,
The one in
That was
America.
in Japan.
The one that,
the one in America.
the last one in America.
Oh, that was Freedom Unite.
That was Freedom Unite?
Yeah.
I was going to say Frontier, but I wasn't sure.
No,
Okay.
no.
We never
Frontier,
seen
Frontier's the MMO.
Oh,
I
okay.
say, yeah, we've never seen Frontier.
It started with an F. But yeah, basically, Monster Hunter hasn't been on a Sony system since that one, which was on the PSP, way back. It's ever since it's been on Nintendo, Wii U, and 3DS. So the fact that it was coming to PS4 and is actually also coming to
It's
Xbox.
technically one for the 360 in Japan.
Oh yeah, the MMO in Japan. But actually, this version of Monster Hunter,
That'll wait.
excuse me,
Yep.
Monster Hunter World is actually coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But of course, it was first shown at the Sony conference because it has that tie with Sony to where Sony was actually the system it debuted on for the PS2. That one right there, if y'all can see that. But yeah, this it looked cool. I wasn't, to be fair, while it did have a weapon that looked like a weapon from Monster Hunter, I wasn't quite sure.
I was quite adamant about it.
What
I
are
know.
you talking about?
Meanwhile,
While
It looked just like
it
the
was like-
Buster Sword.
I just
But
got a feel
when it
for Monster
started,
Hunter,
it was like-
but I didn't want
it
to
was
say anything.
it
was like,
started, and I was like,
stupid.
oh, what is this? Then
Yeah.
the hunter walked out, and I was like, oh!
He got up from
David,
his seat.
No,
I was
I
like,
know.
jumped up from my seat. David put his hand on my chest. No.
But I've already
no.
explained.
That's a fucking Ravager blade. Granted, I was wrong. That's a fucking Ravager blade.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
yes,
first frame it was in, I was like,
recognized-
Buster Sword.
I saw it and recognized it.
Sorry, I'm not a great
Is-
sword man. I'm sorry.
That basically looks exactly like a sword from Monster Hunter, and that does look
and
like.
the armor.
Yes, I know that armor does look like something from Monster Hunter, but the fact that it
Then they
hasn't
started
been.
showing monsters.
Okay.
I was like, oh, those monsters.
But the fact that it
We haven't
hasn't
seen
been
them
on
yet.
a PlayStation system
crazy.
I knew
all
it
these years.
right away. It was in my soul.
You're
I
like,
saw
you got
the
a
sword going,
feeling.
it's coming home.
Okay, we are not going to spend the entire video talking about Monster Hunter again.
Ah!
What a bet.
It's
We're
coming.
moving on.
It's
I
coming.
got over half a
early
bottle of tequila left.
2018.
What a bet.
Yeah, they didn't really give a solid release date, just said 2018, we think. It did say 2018, right?
2018.
Okay.
Early
Yeah,
2018.
yeah, I've got it written down here, early 2018. So yeah, Monster Hunter World, it looks cool. We can't wait. We always love Monster Hunter, and the fact that it's coming to a PS4 system is awesome.
It's coming
Great.
to
And
PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Okay,
Well,
fine,
it's
but we're
the-
probably
PC will be at a later date.
going to play it on the
Getting
PS4
it.
though.
Getting it for PC.
Getting it for PC?
You're getting it for PS4 too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I might get it for Xbox also, just to have all the versions.
Okay,
It doubles of
money.
each.
Moving on.
Throw money at them. and
That
they'll
was the
just
first.
more.
Yeah,
that
they make
was
more
our
Monster
fir-
Hunter.
Okay,
Exactly.
we're moving on. That was our first big freak out, and then the next
What
one
about-
was. The next one is why I guess why Ricky probably wanted to be in this video, because this was our big freak out.
This
They
Not as cool.
showed off. No, this is just as cool.
No, it's
They
not.
showed off that they are not even remastering. I'm pretty sure they're remaking it from the ground up.
It
That's
did
what it
look
looks
like
like to me.
remaking
Yes.
from the ground up. 'cause
Shadow of the Colossus for PS4. They showed the shot of the tower and the bridge, and I was like, that looks a lot like Shadow of the Colossus. And they showed the horses, like
I
that
was
looks
like,
a
no
lot
way.
like Shadow of the Colossus.
No way.
And
No
then they
way.
showed Wander, and I was like, it's Shadow of the fucking Colossus. Oh my god.
I was like, I was just so happy.
I didn't think it'd be a sequel, but like I was wondering, are they making a sequel? But no, they couldn't make
Well, I mean, I knew obviously it wasn't a sequel because
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We don't want to spoil anything, but
Virgin Ears.
from what they showed all the same colossi from the first one. It's just they looked a lot better. So I'm pretty sure they're remaking this from the ground up for PS4. They didn't say
I'm
that, but I'm pretty sure that's what
So
they're doing.
happy that they're remaking, even though we already have a remastered for the PS3. I'm just so glad that you're bringing it to the current.
This is going to look a hell of a lot better.
Yes, it is, and
I
hopefully
might
feel
finally
about
play
that.
it.
You
Eventually.
should.
You
Eventually.
should.
I'll be
You
playing
really
Monster Hunter.
should.
Granted, I've got priorities.
Play Shadow of the Colossus.
I'm just so happy
great
that
game.
they're
I'll play it
bringing
before
it
Persona
back.
5.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah, this is something that me and him thought would happen whenever they released Last Guardian, because like when The Last Guardian came out, like they were releasing so many remasters at the same time, it would only make sense for them to release like another port for Shadow of the Colossus in Eco, especially since it's been so long. For some people, since they've played another Team Eco game, I still don't know how to pronounce that I sound.
I thought it was Ico.
We're gonna go with that. Team
Ico.
Ico.
Team Ico game.
Ico.
But I guess it's
Like
because they were
India.
doing this that they didn't do that at the time. So this is awesome. Okay, moving on. The next couple of things weren't necessarily as big to us. There is something else that's sort of
Well, there is another thing, and it's It's next.
Call of Duty. Oh no, wait, we skipped one. By the way, Call of Duty was talked about, but
We don't care about Call of Duty. It's great Call of Duty.
that's our opinion. We don't care. Well, oh well.
If you're a Call of Duty fan, I'm sorry.
The next thing they actually talked about, this was Ricky's big thing, was
If you're a
Marvel.
Call of Duty fan, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
They showed off more about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and Brett, you should actually care about this because in the trailer,
I know.
they showed a Durenmaran.
I told Brett.
Okay, one of the stages or some part of the story mode is going to involve a Durenmaran, which is a really huge monster from Monster Hunter. Probably one of my favorite ones to
I'd
fight.
say David honestly feels like it should be a stage in Smash Bros. Almost.
I thought I said that.
Yeah,
night,
he
didn't I?
did. He did. He was like, that would make a great Smash Bros. Thing. But Marvel game,
Wait, you
Capcom,
said that in the video?
it's great.
I didn't say that in the video. No,
He
I
said
just,
that when we
Okay.
saw it.
I said that when we saw it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was basically more of a story trailer showing off more of the campaign that they're putting in, which is apparently a first for the series. Them actually having a story, and it was kind of
Right.
cool seeing all these characters interact with each other, which is always what I like to see whenever fighting games do this crossover. That's why I love Brawl, even though most
Hey
people don't.
Dante, you mind if you let the girls out?
Yeah, freaking Dante throwing Ebony and Ivory to Rocky
Rocky
Raccoon.
Raccoon.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
And yeah, like,
At this point,
and for
should I
those
be
who
in the
don't
video?
know,
No, you can be the ethereal voice.
yeah,
Okay.
Dylan is God.
yeah.
Whoa.
Also, they also announced a second DLC character, Black Panther.
He was a DLC character?
Is it DLC?
I think it was DLC.
He was in the story. Like
Well,
he-
yeah, but
Yeah.
like after it, they showed like the special like pre-order and like DLC character, and then the second one was Black Panther.
Maybe it's a skin.
It could be a skin. I think.
Because I don't think if they put a character in the story.
I
Well-
feel like he would
well-
be a playable character.
Well, let's hold on to that
Well,
because
Thanos, right?
Thanos was in the story part as well, so he should.
I know, but he was.
Well, Sigma,
Is he
Sigma's a
pre-order,
DLC
right?
character, and he's
You're
in the
getting
story.
you're getting Injustice 2 confused.
Wait, no. Well, I mean Sigma,
No,
He's
I
in the
know I'm
story,
talking about
and
Injustice
he's
2.
DLC.
Huh?
I know I'm talking about Injustice 2.
We're talking about Marvel vs. Capcom.
I know. I was talking about Injustice 2.
Well,
That's
Not
Dark
Thanos
Side.
in that- in
Okay.
Injustice.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
Dark
yeah.
Side.
He never
That's
showed up.
That's-
Dark Side.
No,
The thing about
Injustice.
Dark Side, yeah, is that he never showed up in the story.
You're getting Marvel and DC confused, Brett.
Okay,
What's
let's
the
just cut that
difference,
out. We're gonna
really?
get a bunch of hate.
let's
No,
No.
we're keeping it.
Dylan.
We're keeping it.
Keeping it.
But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom looks
We
amazing.
got more views.
Great.
Yes.
I still need to play the story demo.
He wants to get the special extra
200,
super
yes,
edition.
please.
I'll be fine with just the
You
regular
do
game.
that.
I will do that.
I just want to. I
I
just want to
won't
look at
stop
your.
you.
I just want to look at the
Yeah, I'm not
Infinity
gonna
Stones,
stop
please.
you, but
Yeah, yeah.
you do that.
Okay, moving on. We already talked about Call of Duty. The third mention of Skyrim, basically.
Skyrim has been appearing all throughout E3 this year.
Skyrim has
Has
appeared more
popped its
this.
head everywhere.
Skyrim has appeared. It's just like the Switch. It's appeared everywhere, and like Skyrim has been mentioned more in this E3 than the E3 that was announced at originally.
The year is 2182. Skyrim has been
Okay,
announced.
we're running out of time. Let's actually talk about why they mentioned Skyrim again. Apparently, Skyrim is going to be getting a version for PlayStation VR, so you can play it in VR.
At least PlayStation VR. It might be Xbox.
There is no VR
Unconfirmed.
for Xbox.
Well,
Dylan,
shut up.
Dylan, you're trying to go home.
He is home.
Oh wait, no, he's not.
Shut up, my home is downstairs.
But yeah,
Okay.
so we do not know if it's coming to the other VR platforms, though. So he does kind of make a point. They just mentioned it's coming to PlayStation VR. So, but they also weren't
I would
clear.
assume.
They weren't
Confirmed
clear.
PlayStation, we don't know about anything else.
They weren't clear if you had to rebuy it though, or you could just use the same version that you have. Although, since you apparently have to rebuy Fallout 4 VR, you will probably have to rebuy this.
Considering they're both from Bethesda, I don't think they would do one different from the other.
I still don't know if I would rebuy this to play it in VR. But Dylan, are you gonna buy it for VR?
No.
You're not. Oh well, I was
I don't
gonna say
think
if Dylan buys it,
I don't think.
I'd
I
try
don't
it.
think. It's worth
I've got my mods on
VR and stuff.
PS4. I don't care anymore.
They talked about Star Child, which I think was that a VR game or was that just a
It's
platform?
a VR game. They're saying it's a VR game.
It is
I
a
don't-
VR game.
I don't
heard them
see
say
anything.
VR, and then I saw
VR.
nothing about VR. It was really odd time.
It
I hear,
basically-
I hear people making the point like every VR game doesn't have to be in first person, but at that point it's like
Like I've
Why?
seen,
Yeah,
I've
yeah, it
seen-
does.
like I mean, I've seen non-VR games in third person, but at the same time, every time I see that, I just go, why?
Just exactly.
Well, anyways,
why?
No
What's the point?
Why?
Star Child, whenever I first
Kinda
saw it,
has
it
to
kind
be
of
first
reminded
person
me
in
of
VR,
like an early
yeah.
side-scrolling Metroid game. It kind of looked like that. We don't know if it's actually going to be exploration or just going through stages, but I can't even tell you much about it other than there was a giant robot that
And it
scooped
looked
up
pretty.
the character. Yeah, it did look good,
It looked really good.
but they didn't really talk too much about what it was about or what you're doing. And then they talked about the Inpatient, which
Now,
is...
This one I'm actually looking forward to because this is from the same people who made Until Dawn.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm really looking forward to this.
That's another horror VR game where it seems to be that you're trapped in a psychiatric ward.
Like I said, I'd like to see a little more about it before I get invested, but
This was the fever dream of this conference. There's
The
always
whole
a fever
trend.
dream.
The trend
There's
of
always a fever dream. That
but
was
it
Impatient.
looked really good. I'm excited for it.
And then we'll try to breeze through this because this wasn't too much. But they also announced new DLC for Final Fantasy 15. They're going to be releasing a fishing VR mode. You can go fishing in VR in the world of Final Fantasy 15.
yeah, it's free. Don't
It
complain,
is free?
please.
Yeah, it
Okay.
Oh wait,
Oh,
is it free?
I don't know.
Imagine it. Well,
Well, I mean, if it was free, I wouldn't blame them.
I mean, if it's free, I'm not gonna complain. There's
I don't
no
remember if they
reason
said
to
it was
complain.
free or not.
I mean, they
Now you're not wrong.
But anyway, so that's coming.
I'm drunk. Don't listen to me, please.
I was actually a minute late.
Oh well. He's talking about the time. He's trying to give me time signals.
They don't need an explanation.
You said late. Anyway, so fishing for Final Fantasy 15 in VR. That's cool. Bravo team. Now I don't really remember too much about it, but from what did you say it was?
just like a army simulator.
Just
like
a general first-person shooter VR.
That's still in
Kinda
the
looks like a
so that is a
fun
VR game. 'Cause
game.
it's still in the VR section of my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was VR. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it was
VR.
a VR.
It's just
As it
you
didn't-
controlling as a
Honestly,
soldier
it
and
didn't
Bravo
really
team.
look that
It's-
impressive.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on.
Yeah.
Moss. Now I was actually a little. This one did actually look cool. So it is another sort of like adventure platformer game where I guess you control this mouse character.
Well,
However,
you control the spirit that's guiding him.
yeah, like you look down at the water and you can see that you're actually this entity there that's watching this as you go, and I guess you do stuff to interact with the environment that the mouse is going through. Yeah, it the character that you look like kind of looks like the ghost character from Spirited Away. What was he called?
No
Yep.
face.
No Face. Yeah, you kind of look like that. So that looks interesting. So that's one I. Despite what we keep saying about some of these VR games, I'm actually really impressed with how much Sony is actually putting into VR.
They are actually pushing it, and which actually like a lot of ambition.
Yeah,
They may not have super quality, but they've got
And
the quantity
they're
to
pushing
say
it.
they're
they're
pushing it.
still going for it, and I can appreciate that. And then they showed another trailer for God of War, and they hammered home the fact that it is going to be Norse mythology by showing the world serpent or Boros, right? No,
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr. So, yeah, they showed God of War. They showed Kratos
Jormungandr.
go up against Jormungandr, but his son was trying to keep him from attacking him because maybe he could help.
Dad of War. Is
Yeah.
Dad of
Oh,
War.
his son. Okay.
Yeah, his son. So
Okay.
that's actually something different than what would be in the other God of War games. Because whenever you start up the first God of War, you find a giant serpent and you just proceed to beat the living hell out of it.
Well, it's a
forgot
Hydra.
I forgot
Yeah.
we were
It's a
talking
Hydra
about
on a boat.
game.
Yeah.
I was thinking Thor Loki.
Wow.
Yes,
Listen.
we're talking about God of War. Okay, moving on.
They look nice.
They showed another main character. Is it still rolling at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hurry
He
up.
said he
Just
started about
Okay.
wrap it up.
There's only three left. Detroit Become Human. They showed a new character that you can play as like that. So
Marcus.
it's from the same makers as Heavy Rain. So I'm not really surprised that you're
if
going.
this thing blows up, it's your fault.
It's not really surprising that they switch between different perspectives of this story that they're trying to weave about like these androids trying to break free from.
I've never played those kind of games. So.
Good game. Heavy Rain was a good game.
Next game.
Okay.
So they announced a new character for that. Destiny 2, they showed a new trailer for that. They also showed off some of the exclusive PlayStation stuff, like a new strike,
A new-
weapons.
The Ultimate Experience is on PlayStation.
The same basically the same stuff they always
I
have.
do like now we got a good look at the villain.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah,
We
we
got
got
a better
to
look.
about his helmet.
Greg, Gary.
Gary.
What?
Something with a G.
Yeah. It's from the original with trailer with Kate. Remember?
He's
We don't have time
He'll
for it to
remember
remember.
later.
Yeah.
And the last thing they showed off, they
Hold
actually
on, please.
they really wanted to show this one. They finally showed off gameplay of the Spider-Man game.
Spider-Man.
you actually playing a Spider-Man. It looked like it did really well, but we still don't know like if the game is open or if you're just going to be going through these sequences. So.
Yeah, I honestly feel kind of mixed about it.
I really hope it's open.
It's still a ways away.
needs
So
to
Like I
be
there's
said,
open.
I haven't seen enough
How-
to give a true opinion.
the,
It
As we
looks
stand,
great,
I feel kind of
and-
mixed.
Like many people are saying, it's like if you put Arkham Asylum but with Spider-Man,
I mean,
and
what
there's
else?
nothing wrong with that.
What else? What else would you want? What else would I want? I don't know.
I don't know.
Back
But we
to
still-
PS2 games.
We still have till 2018, so there's still some time to figure out some other stuff with that. But yeah, that was the thing about this conference is that not a lot of stuff is actually coming out this year. In fact, they showed off more stuff coming this year before the conference.
Oh,
in
yeah.
their little
Pre-show.
E3 PlayStation pre-show where they announced Undertale was coming. Well, they announced Undertale was coming to PS4, and they also showed another trailer for Ni no Kuni.
Wrap this up.
So
My finger
yeah.
is burning.
but it was still interesting. Not a little lackluster from other ones, but interesting. Okay, so we better end it before his fingers fall off. So
Yeah.
our last one will be Nintendo. So bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.